Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about something that you yourself would have said 100 times or would have heard other people around you say 100 times. Why does bad stuff happen only to me? Now we all know that our experiences have a major influence on our thoughts. So if in your past you've had any negative or hurtful experiences in your professional or personal lives that have given you bad memories or have given you some tainted memories, you might become a pessimist or a negative thinker. Or अगर आपका general outlook in life is negative, you notice the downsides first, or you notice the negative qualities in a person first without noticing the positive, without looking at the silver line, you may be a pessimist or a negative thinker. Now, in both these situations, you've actually carefully fed your brain to think in a negative pattern. You've actually taught your brain, just like you teach your brain to learn a language or a skill or a subject. Here, you've actually taught your brain to think negatively. अगर डेली लाइफ में हमें कोई अप्रोच करता है टू हियर आउट एन इशू और टू गिव अ सोल्यूशन फॉर अ प्रॉब्लम, हम जनरली बोल देते हैं या जस्ट डील विद इट, जस्ट बी स्ट्रांग, फॉरगेट अबाउट इट, जस्ट मूव ऑन. It is your human mind. You've actually, over the course of so many years, fed it with your experiences, your memories, which is why it is thinking in a certain way. So, is it that easy to delete a memory in a split second? Or just ask your brain to forget something or forget about a situation and move on? And if your brain is actually able to forget something so easily or in a split second, I think it's a functional defect with your brain. So, of course, now we know that that's not the solution, right? But before moving on to the solution, I want to point out to you how an optimist would take a negative situation, right? An optimist would say, it happens, chalta rehta hai. Whereas a pessimist person would say, it's because of me. It's happened because of me. I can never do it. Now, here the optimist actually knows how to move on. Now, is this moving on some sort of magical pill that, everybody is prescribing these days, or, some theory that we've not been aware of till now? What is actually moving on? Now, does move on or thinking positively actually involve or is limited to just drawing a vision board, you know, imagining yourself with an award that you would want to have, or, just talking to yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, to stay positive or keep smiling? Of course, now these are very important factors to keep yourself energized and to put your focus on the positive rather than the negative. But it has to be accompanied by skills or by learned skills rather that teach you optimism, that teach you how to think positively. It's very important to know here that the opposite of negative is automatically not positive. The opposite of not being in a bad mood is not that you're in a good mood. You have to teach your brain to come out of that bad mood and be in a good mood. You have to teach your brain to silence the negativity and hence learn the positivity. It's not at all an automatic process. So, now coming back to my point, if you've actually noticed, whenever you react or however you react or say something or do something, there are so many thoughts that go on in your mind, right? Whether or not you're aware of those thoughts, whether or not you're consciously doing something, or sometimes, you may just think that, ये मैंने कैसे बोल दिया, ये मैंने कैसे कर दिया. Whereas behind everything that you're saying or doing, there are so many thoughts that have led to you to do that or to say that. Whether you're aware of those thoughts or not is a different matter. Now, what if you actually become aware or slightly pause and learn to think कि ये मैंने क्यों बोला? For example, you have an interview tomorrow, you're very nervous, and if generally you're a pessimist, you would say that, I will never be able to crack it. Ask yourself why. Have you given that interview before? Have you applied for that company before? Or do you feel that you're not good enough? If you feel that you're not good enough, is it because you lack a skill? If you think that you're not smart enough, has there been any past proof where somebody has told you that you're not smart or you're unintelligent? Or if you think that you're not prepared or you're feeling nervous, tell yourself that it's okay to feel nervous. It's an interview, you will definitely feel nervous, but is there a proof that you've just blasted off in an interview, or you've not performed well, or tell yourself that there are several other reasons. There might be there might be different questions in an interview, there might be a different interviewer, the interviewer might have different things going on in his or her mind. There are several factors that contribute to your situation. So you must first take out the negativity, or that fixated rigid thought that usually a negative person might have in his or her mind. You have to learn to take it out step by step. And of course, that's not as easy as it sounds, or that's not, of course, going to happen very easily or very fast. It's something that you'll have to practice over a period of time. Whenever you're feeling negative, counter that situation or counter that thought with a positive one, and see whether you can balance it out. And I'm sure that when you practice this over time, you might be able to slowly drift your pattern of thinking from a negative one to a positive one. Because at the end of the day, we all know that we are what our thoughts are. Everything stems from there. So, everybody who's listening, if you like this video and you want further videos from me, please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned.